I want to acknowledge all of our DROs, all those young people you saw at the Open House. They're on their own time. They are members of the Federal Conservative Party intern program that we hold every year. There's about 50 of them from across Canada, and not only did they help here tonight, they helped in other nominations. They were out knocking on doors for Doug Ford, so I can't say enough about the they are the future of the party. We'll turn it over to them someday. There was 1,065 votes cast from a membership of just over 2,100. So that's pretty good, about 50%, which is just for those of you that don't know, that's average. Yeah, it's average. It's about 50% in most of them that I've done. We have a decisive victory, and I would like to have you have a big round of applause and welcome your candidate in the 2019 election, Mr. Mike Malone.
Tonight. But I just wanted to start off by thanking everybody that came out to vote tonight. We had an incredibly huge turnout, and that's fairly rare from what I understand. And so it's great to see that level of participation in the riding. We obviously have a lot of excitement going for the Conservative Party right now, and we've got a really strong bedrock to build from so that we can go and drive Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
Advice, and one of his pieces of advice is to tell stories, because people like to hear stories, and I never have time to tell them in my other speeches because there's time limits, and I don't have a time limit now, so I'm going to tell a story. I think it was literally a year ago, if not sometime July or August, I don't remember the date.
July 29th,
so July
383 days ago.
There you go, July 29th. So there I was coming home from the gym, and I was wearing a tank top and some gym shorts. I was sweating, and I was on my way home, and I was hungry because I'd just gone to the gym. And I got an alert on my Facebook, which I had just started using because I couldn't use social media very much when I was in the military as an intelligence officer. And I had this alert saying that there was a barbecue that the Carleton campus Conservatives were hosting. And I thought, well, you know what, I could use a cheeseburger, so I'm going to go to that barbecue. And I was thinking there'd be about 9 students there or something like that, because I've been to something like that before out of the University of Waterloo. Anyway, much to my surprise, there was about 100 people there, a lot of them were in suits and ties, and I'm standing there in a tank top and some gym shorts, sticking out like a sore thumb. And I felt incredibly awkward. I was a wallflower there, and so Eleanor Brody had come up to me and started talking to me. I had no idea at the time who I was talking to. It was just some nice lady that felt bad for me. And so I was very thankful to have somebody to talk to while I was there. And then later on in the night, people were taking an interest. Who's this weird guy standing here? And so I was telling them a little bit about Army stuff and whatnot. And then a few weeks later, I got a Facebook message from a guy named John McDougall, who's here tonight.
Yeah.
Robertson's nomination campaign by that point, and then of course later on in his general election. And so he had listened to me talking when I was at this barbecue. I hadn't actually spoken with him directly. So he sends me this message and he says, "Hey, I'm John. Can I interest you in running federally in Ottawa West and Canada?" And my first response was, "Well, who the heck are you?" And nice to meet you and stuff. And it went from there. And so we started talking, and he referred me back to Eleanor, who I talked to, and I said, I'd often thought about doing something like this, but I've been in the Army 23 years. I've been moving around my whole adult life. I've never lived anywhere long enough to build a big social base or anything to launch from. And so I thought, I'd need a decade or more. And he said, "No, I know a few people. I think we might be able to set something up." And so we met for lunch. It was a 7-hour lunch, when we were going over stuff. And then I got on the phone with Eleanor, and I said, "Hey, is this guy for real?" And sure enough, she said, "Oh yeah, he is actually. He's done all this stuff." And so I was on the phone with Eleanor for a couple of weeks, for multiple hours a night, just rationalizing through this, thinking about it. And then ultimately, of course, I made the decision to come here, and here I am today. And I wouldn't be here without John or Eleanor. So thank you both. And it goes to show you just how much of an impact just one or two people can have. It made all the difference in my world. And so here I am today. So again, guys, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And I remember, when I first started going to doors, before I had a real strategy, people would ask, what made you decide to get into this and whatever, and I would just say, I was just a guy looking for a cheeseburger, and I don't know what happened, things kind of got carried away, and well, here I am, so we may as well make the best of it. And so it's, an interesting beginning to a very long journey. And so after that, of course, I ended up getting introduced to all kinds of people, and so I got the opportunity to meet Jeremy, who was a huge help. And at the time, this is a person who had just gone through hell because of what had happened in the provincial nomination, as many of you may be aware. And even despite that, and you can only just imagine what that must have been like, he still took time to talk to me and walk me through the ropes and say, "Here's what you need to know. These are the people you need to see." And he was instrumental in helping me get the head start that I did. And so I can't thank Jeremy enough. From there, Eleanor would bring me around to all the social events in Ottawa, and I got to meet all kinds of conservatives and tell my story, and the team started to grow from there, slowly but surely, and then it just sort of took off into something. And then I ended up meeting a guy named John Light, and had been a big part of John Barrett's success. And anyways, the guy that you have to talk to, you need to meet John Light, you got to do this, and okay, great. I didn't really know who he was, but I sat in front of him. It was back in October, and I was all excited. Everybody I'd met to this point really liked me, and they were enthusiastic. And now I'm talking to John Light, and it just wasn't going my way. So he was like, "How many memberships did you sell?" I was like, "Well, not yet." And he's like, "Well, then you're dead to me." And the thing that he said to me right off the bat, he's like, "There's 1,000 reasons to not go to doors. There's 1,000 reasons to not get started, to not get selling memberships. It only takes one reason to get up off your ass and go do it." And I was like, "You know what? All right, let's do this." And because I still didn't have much of a plan there. So the very next day, I was knocking on doors, and sure enough, memberships started rolling in. And once I realized, just how eager conservatives were to become a part of something, I just couldn't stop after that. And we were at doors literally every single day for the past 10 months. It's not an over-exaggeration, and it was just so much fun to be able to get out there and meet all of you and bring so many people into the conservative fold that weren't there already and meet existing ones. And it was just a fantastic experience. So thank you, John Light, for advice you've given me over the past 10 months, and particularly for everything, all your hard work in these last few weeks managing our Get Out the Vote, as many of you know, is a very important process. So I can't thank John enough either, so thank you again. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read over a list of people that have helped out along the way. And in particular tonight, it's by all means not an exhaustive and fully inclusive list. I would be here for hours if I was doing that. But so first I want to start with my family. They've been behind me every step of the way. My mom and my dad are over there now. As to how committed they were, we had to do a mail out to all of our supporters, and we had identified over 1,500 supporters, and that's a lot of people. So that's 1,500 envelopes to stuff, and stamps, and so on and so forth, and that's a massive operation. And they took it on single-handedly and did it themselves in a matter of days, which. Brother, who's also been with me every step of the way, to come out the doors with me to help me sell memberships. Thank you all very, very much. And so now I'm just going to go through. So I want to thank Jackie Holtzman, former Mayor of Ottawa, for coming out and being a greeter for me. Peter Morrell, who's been one of my earlier supporters. Martindale, who's similarly took on an entire line of operation himself by making our phone calls for us. Phone calls were made by so there's Derek Harrop, who helped. Marlene LaBelle, who's been a great sound. Same thing. Elizabeth Bingham, who's also been there. Senator Marjorie LeBreton, who had met me and her sister Kay. I also want to thank Cindy Hu, a member of the Chinese community, who to meet me, to talk to me, and to hear what I had to say. And from there on in, she mobilized her friends, got some membership sold for us, brought out a lot of people that I never would have been able to reach by myself. So thank you very much, Cindy. One of my very close friends and sidekicks, Cy Wong. He's camera all the time, so you don't get to see him a whole lot. When I was taking some classes at Carleton last summer, we were in a class together. He walks up to me and he had asked me to help him with something. I don't know what it was now, and I said, well, I'll tell you what, let's try to do this first. And I told him what I was doing. He said, okay, I'm in, and shook my hand, barely knew the guy, and he's been one of my biggest supporters. We have a very successful digital media campaign, and most of that wouldn't have happened without your efforts there. So thank you very, very much. And so I wanted to thank Spencer, who's also been helping us out, and he's been a great friend. I want to thank James Dean, who is incidentally running to be city councilor in Ward 9. There's not a whole lot of conservative city councilors out there, or would-be city councilors, but he's one of them. So that's James Dean right there, and he helped us out quite a bit. So I wish you the best of luck. I think you're going to be an outstanding city councilor, and I really do think that anybody who lives in Ward 9 should give Dean a very serious look. So, sorry, bear with me, I've got a bunch here to go through. Andrew Sutton, who had previously managed thank you for all your help, despite some difficult times. My good friend Igor, who served alongside me. Didn't even have to ask him twice, he's been there every step of the way. And then Malau is an international student from Africa, who's been involved in this campaign, and he was a volunteer coordinator of mine for a while. Great organizer, very enthusiastic, put in lots of hard work. And I also wanted to thank Malcolm, who came on board recently. Saw one of the emails, decided to put his support and brought us back, dropping off literature for us. So thank you very much, Malcolm. Greatly appreciated. My good friend Chris Lunardi, where's Chris? Chris Lunardi, as you might know, had thrown his hat in the ring provincially to seek the candidacy in Ottawa Centre. It didn't quite work out because somebody got appointed, but he hasn't given up, so he's going to be running federally as a nomination candidate in Ottawa Centre. And
Oh, yes!
There's a big town called Little Italy there, and he's made a lot of inroads, and I really think that if there's anybody who can get Ottawa Centre blue again, it's Chris. So thank you, Chris, for all your help. I want to thank Brendan Purcell, somebody who helped Jim burned out. So about 2 years probably of campaigning for Jeremy, and still had enough energy to come on and help us out. I also want to thank Joel Charbonneau for horsepower for us. And I wanted to thank both Brett and Jane for helping us out. Again, thank you for people that broke their backs for 2 years and still found some extra gas in the tank to come on out and help us out. And that's a big deal. I want to thank Jeffrey Song, who came out with me the last day. Who helped us out with our memberships, incredible help. And I wanted to thank Kay, who would also be part of the Chinese community, helped us out quite a bit. Brandon Lee, I believe he is literally my youngest supporter. And, so, who says that millennials don't become conservatives, right? There's a lot of I want to thank Joan Groves and Jen Lockwood. I met them. And we got along great, and they've been a part of the team from the very beginning. John is the brains and genius behind my Twitter. I don't know how to use Twitter very well, so
Oh, yeah.
So thank you very much, John. And thank you, Jen, who came out to help us out, sell memberships, and get onto the EDA. Huge help, both of you guys. And Justice and Wes and Karen. Back to the leadership door, and I could see by the smiles on all three of your faces right off the bat. I was like, I'm going to sell a membership to these guys. I didn't realize that they were going to come out and be such a great source of horsepower and help. So thank you, the three of you. And I'm sure once your siblings are old enough, we'll be able to sign them right off too. And Maddie, who had helped us out. Maddie is a mother of 2 young children, a wife, a full-time student, works, and she's got a baby due this month. She's here tonight. Carrying an entire universe on her back and still helping other people out. I've never seen anything like that before. Every time I get tired and feel bad for myself, I think about you and I'm like, you know what? I better get out of bed and get to it. And I also wanted to thank Brandon Wallingford. Every time I went to Brandon's house, I want to find a new roommate and a new voter and a new member. I don't know how that happens. It's a source of conservatism in the riding, and people just gravitate to him. So he's been a huge help and was out doing some rides for us tonight. I want to thank Jacques and Jason for both helping out. Jacques I met at a Chats Encounter. I was at a soccer event, and he just walked up to me because he saw me on social media, and he said, "Hey, I want to help out." And I said, "Okay, great." And I had no idea what that was going to lead me to. And again, both you and Jason, who were roommates, huge help with all the lid dropping you've done. And I said to you guys earlier, and to the rest of you, we had over 1,000 people show up tonight, and a large number of that were our supporters, and that didn't happen by accident or by some mystery or just because I went and dazzled them at the door. It happened because of all the hard work that you guys put in tonight and the days leading up to tonight. So thank you guys both very much for that. I want to thank Reese. Reese managed.
Yeah.
He really felt after succeeded in some very difficult, trying situations, and still had enough energy to help us out too. And that's the type of motivation and dedication that really makes all the difference in the world here. So thank you, Reese. I also wanted to thank Dale Clay. We talked earlier today. Dale was one of my earlier supporters. He was mowing the lawn when I came up on him. He saw that I was holding glue in my hand. He said, "You're a conservative?" "Yep." "All right, I'm with you." And we were trying to develop a Facebook launch video. So we had to take some video footage and stuff to clip it all together and whatnot. And so I was there, and he had his camera with him. And Dale looked, and he's like, "Hey, is that thing on?" And we didn't know how to respond. And he's like, "Because I got something to say." And we're like, "Okay." So the camera comes on right away. He gives this big impromptu speech about why Justin Trudeau needed to be fired out of office and why everybody had I just met him and he jumped on board right away. And it's not every day that you see that level of enthusiasm. So thank you very much, Dale, for that. And I also wanted to thank Nadine for coming on and helping us out run the books. And I wanted to thank Pierce, probably my second youngest supporter. I met Pierce at the door when I met the Armstrong family. We got them signed up, and Pierce said, "I want to come on out and help." And he's come out, he's helped us sell a lot of memberships. He brought me out to his family members. We signed up even more, and he's been a huge, huge help. So thank you, Pierce. And a few other people that I've just had the pleasure of meeting tonight from the Chinese community that are helping us out. So Bing Wen, thank you very much. You've been a stalwart leader on the course tonight. Jennifer Hu, thank you very much as well. And we've mentioned Jeffrey Song and Rose as well. So thank you, Rose, for helping us out. That took a little while, but I think that's the least we can do for people that have worked so hard to help turn this into a reality. So thank you all very, very much. And now, so on to, I guess, the task at hand is that we have a whole year now, unless Justin Trudeau pulls a winger on us and calls an early election, but we've got a whole year to work on driving the Liberals out of town. I promised everybody that if I won, my channel campaign would start tomorrow, and it will. I will be knocking on some doors tomorrow to say hello to people and introduce myself to you. To not spend the entire year campaigning every day full time would be the equivalent of political malpractice, and we are not going to be guilty of political malpractice. We won a battle tonight, but it was a small one. The big one is yet to come, and we're only just getting started. So be ready. Those of you that wanted to help out that hadn't quite been able to, there's lots of opportunity. We're going to grow this team into a giant machine, and the Liberals aren't going to know what hit them in 2019.
Yeah!
I also wanted to take this opportunity to thank my opponent, Andrew Abraham, who Andrew's team, I think, had a lot of good ideas in some of their approaches to campaigning and stuff, and it's so good, in fact, that I felt the need to steal a few of them because I really liked some of the things that they were doing, and so we adopted them. But lots of good, fresh, new ideas. And the last few weeks, the emails that came out, I've never seen anything like that. I was a little nervous with that digital media campaign they were running. I thought it was really, really well done, very professional. And everywhere I would go in the last number of weeks, all I would hear about is Alessandra, who had been making phone calls on behalf of Andrew, helping So it's great to see a family getting involved like that. They're both working hard, and so they deserve a round of applause. And I want to thank them. The fact that we had the huge turnout that we did tonight was a two-person show, not just a one-person show in terms of candidates, because he did bring out a good deal of supporters too. And I think this is a good day to be a Conservative here in the riding. It's really exciting to see how many people are out there. And so Andrew was a direct part of that. So again, Andrew, well done on a hard-fought race, and having somebody to run against. Makes you a better candidate too, because you have to work that much harder and come up with even more things, right? So I think that worked out really well. So thank you again. And I want to thank all of my supporters. Many of you have been with me for an entire year that I met back in September when we first started knocking on doors. Been with me the entire way. You remembered me when I came back. I was nervous if some people were going to remember me. And every time I went back to the door, I'd say, "Oh, hey, Mike, it's you. This is great." And that makes a big difference, because when you're a guy like me and you're going around the doors, that can be a little unnerving, right? And then you come across people and they're like, "Yes, I remember you. You were there, and I'm still supporting you and stuff." You need that type of energy to keep on going. So that's why I was here, is because I saw the level of excitement that voters would have at the door. That's kind of like what I say, Superman has his yellow sun, and that's what fuels him and makes him strong. Well, that's my yellow sun, is you guys, the voters and the supporters. After all, so you guys are the boss. You're the reason why I'm here. You're the person I report to. You're the person that I need to make happy. I'm never going to forget that. Feel free to reach out to me. You all have my direct phone number. It's on every single thing I've left, and I keep talking about it. Nobody believes me until they call me, and they're like, "Oh, wow, it's actually you." It really is. So it's there for a reason. Call me. That's what I'm there for. But I want to thank each and every one of you. Without supporters like you, this wouldn't have been possible. And we're not just talking about coming out to vote, which was great, buying memberships, but the participation and engagement on the local media, social media, Facebook and Twitter, that creates momentum. It creates a psychological effect on the Liberals. And it creates a psychological effect on other Conservatives, because you start to realize there really is hope. There's a lot more Conservatives out there than people realize.
Yep.
And not just seniors that everybody likes to berate us as, and not to say that's a bad thing. We do have a lot of great senior supporters here, but we've got millennials, we've got young women, we've got minorities, we've got people from all kinds of different groups. They've come together, they've been there forever, and they formed a big nucleus, a solid foundation stone for which to launch this general campaign. And you guys are going to make all the difference in the world. So thank you to all of my supporters out there. Very much. And last but not least, I want to thank the officials from the Conservative Party of Canada who had come out tonight to donate. And those of you that I haven't met yet, I apologize for not having your names, but this is really important, because as we know in the media lately, provincially, nomination contests were getting a bad rap, and there was a lot of ill will about that. And all year I was worried too about what's this going to look like, and are all these shenanigans and that kind of stuff going to take place and whatnot. I was told from day one, no way, no how, the federal party would never tolerate that, and particularly. I have to say that I was really confident the entire year after hearing that we weren't going to have to worry about anything like that, and so you guys ran a really smooth operation, and people weren't standing in line too long. I think it was really, really well done. So thank you guys for your hard work. Nominations can definitely be a better place. So I just wanted to, again, thank everybody. I know it's been a little bit of a long speech, but this is what happens when you don't put a time limit on me. I get to say stuff. So I'm very happy to abuse that privilege for now. But I know it's late, so I will let everybody go from here. So thank you guys all again. We're going to work together towards driving the Liberals out of town in 2019.
Yeah!